Hey everyone, TG Watkins here with simplertrading.com. It is April 23rd when I'm recording this, and let's talk about Bitcoin and Bitcoin halving. Everyone's been discussing it, so let's look at the charts and actually see what it's about and what we might be expecting in the future. Now, Bitcoin halving occurred on the 19th, and so if we come over here and we look at this, you can see kind of where there was a bit of a wiggle where that actually happened. So this was the 18th, this was the 19th, so you can see there's a bit of a down move and then shot up after that. Now, a lot of people have been talking about what's going to be happening with this. Bitcoin halving means that the scarcity increases, so the Bitcoin becomes more scarce, The reward for miners to actually mine something goes down because there are fewer to obtain. But everything I've been reading says, hey, that this is kind of known, of course, everyone knows when Bitcoin halving is going to happen. So those miners, this isn't a surprise to them. They factored this in. And so the better miners are going to be making their money based on fees and services and other stuff like that, also becoming more efficient. There are a lot of miners out there that are still running off of debt and they need capital. Others are doing better. They don't need all of that. Some of them, they're actually doing well with their cash flow, and others have figured out how to keep their hash rates up and have lower energy costs. So just a better business, basically. So the crypto miners that are doing better are basically just better businesses. All right, so as Bitcoin itself, we can see that there was the halving unit or moment, and you can see that crypto has, Bitcoin has moved up. Now, I'm going to make the case that Bitcoin really is just kind of following the market. Right now, the halving process doesn't seem to have really changed much. All of this I'm looking at really has followed the market. So Bitcoin, Nvidia, the semis, the FANG stocks, the market as a whole, everything basically topped out over the last month or so. And we've seen this coming. I just did a thing, you guys can find it on YouTube, just did it about an hour ago, talking about the news and why the market was doing what it was doing. The internals, the breadth, everything. We had a very, very long bullish streak for the last 4 months. It started off early November, and the market's just been on a tear. At some point, it's going to run out. It's going to get up there. Everything's long. There's no more room for things to go up. Everybody's already longed up. It just needs to turn the other direction. And so the market needs to rest and digest this. And Bitcoin was basically do the same thing. You can see it's had a huge move, and it finally reached an area where it's going to chill out and take a little bit of a break. If you look left, and let me bring it over to here, you could even see that Bitcoin, yeah, it made new highs, but it's also it's like at a double top. This is just going to be a natural area for price to rest and recover and recuperate. The fact that it went from down here all the way up to a previous high was amazing, absolutely amazing. And the market has its right to just take a break. It just ran a huge sprint, maybe even marathon, and it's up here at the top of Mount Everest, and it's going to need to digest it for a little bit. This is just normal stuff. So right now, I don't think Bitcoin halving is really having that much of an effect, because really, if you look at the market itself, it's doing the same thing. The market ran up huge. It's running into these overall resistance areas. The market did pull back, and underneath the surface, we are seeing that a lot of miners have moved down. I mean, you even look at some of the good ones like Mara. Wow, that thing has really come down. Now, again, you might look at this and say, oh, Bitcoin halving caused the miners to go up. Look, it's a good thing. I'm kind of saying it's 6 of one, half a dozen of another. This has happened right when the market bottomed. Okay, so I think this is more coincidental than anything. It might have some strength and might have something a little bit later on as this actually starts to sink in and have effects. But right now, all these things are following the market. We just saw that Mara and the cryptos started to come down as the market was starting to top out. And literally this week and the beginning of last week, we saw the internals and we saw these things starting to turn up. It just so happened that halving was right around the corner. You could even look at Riot. I mean, these things got absolutely demolished over the last few weeks. Yes, they're up for a couple days. Great. They're not out of the woods yet. I do want to trade them. I am still bullish on them overall. But, unless you're just going to be buying and holding these things for the long term and hoping they work out, you got to trade these things, because some of these companies are not as great. You look at Hive, it's struggling. If you did a buy and hold, you're not doing well. Hut was another one. Buy and hold, not working out for you. Now, other ones like CLSK, CleanSpark, yeah, doing fantastic. all the way back up here, having a great time. So this is, as I said, a better business. So these are businesses. They're mining for something. They have efficiencies, and you need to find the company that is doing the best. And CleanSpark is definitely one of those. Now, even though this had a really big move, I still think that there's going to be another entry. Just be a little bit patient. So I'm looking for something. We're going to be talking about this more inside of the Moxie room. I do follow these very closely and extensively. We do trade Bitcoin itself. We do trade the crypto miners. So there's lots of activity in through here. And I do think that these are very, very much related to just how the market overall is doing. And the market did bottom late last week into the beginning of this week. All right. So come on over. We are always running over here. We're always running specials over at simplertrading.com/Moxie. So $7 trial for 30 days. If you guys want to come on in, I think I'm one of the few people around us that actually trades the cryptos and looks at Bitcoin quite a lot, and the Moxie indicator does well for it. All right, guys? So thanks again, and we'll see you at the next one. Take care. Hey, TG here with Simpler Trading. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like or comment below. Also, make sure to subscribe and click that notification bell so you can stay up to date with my market analysis. Or you can join my free newsletter with the link in the description. Good trading, and I'll see you at the next video.